Are we going?
Oh, we're going? We're rolling.
Welcome to the world's okayest podcast.
AKA
Scissor Sisters. We do hair, so hence the scissoring.
I feel like people think we're very unfriendly. Is it our faces?
Books,
Movies.
hair,
Dudes.
songs,
Kids.
mom stuff.
This is what it's like to spend a day with us.
This is us.
All day. We're just raw dogging this thing.
I had a warrant out for my arrest.
I can't. You just called me a meth addict.
Suck my anxiety out of my body.
Very uncomfortable.
This, everything. All of the above.
Because we're filming on a different day. Our setup is different. We're in a different room.
I have peanuts in my
You have
teeth.
peanuts in your teeth.
Uh-huh.
My face is still
Pilling.
Pilling.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I can see Ramsey in the corner where before he was behind a door.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, episode 10.
Woohoo! We made it to
We did.
double
Episode
digits.
10. Look at us go. We've not been totally canceled yet.
Not yet.
So go
There's
us.
still time, and I'm
There is.
feeling it today.
I know. Well, what's book?
The book is Hidden Pictures by Jason.
Rekulak.
Yeah. I got it at Target a little while ago. Or no, there's a black dot on it. So actually, maybe I got it from
Book Outlet.
Book Outlet.
P.S. If you don't know,
Book Outlet's a
Book
bomb.
Outlet is awesome. It's super discounted
Yeah,
books.
yeah, but
hardback,
new,
paperback.
like,
Some of them are new.
not-
Some
yeah.
are old kids' books.
But I mean, like, not used.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're not used.
No, but like
They're
it
new
has
books.
this sticker on it. It's got this dot on it, and that's it.
Yeah,
But it was
I
like
mean, it
$4.
was clear. Yeah, and it's hardback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I have seen it now paperback at, I think, Walmart and Target. But
I think I got mine at Walmart, and it was hardback at the time.
we read it for book club.
but we did read it for book club. I read this book in one day.
You did.
Do you remember?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like a poopy, snowy, cold crap day, like a year ago, and I literally sat and like ignored my
Binged it.
children and read it all day by my fireplace.
So it's a quick read. Can
it is,
be.
even though it looks like a fatty.
It's not. I gave it 5 stars.
I think I gave it 5 too. So
And
it's like a
Adult mystery thriller.
with a paranormal twist,
Uh-huh.
a little bit of a paranormal twist at the end.
So kind of dark and spooky.
mm-hmm.
And I did see in some Goodreads reviews that it gave The Ring and Insidious vibes. And I could,
I can see
me
that.
too.
The Ring, especially because of the end.
Yeah.
I get that vibe.
So it's a 21-year-old girl. Got a traumatic past, gets out of rehab, goes to nanny for a creepy little boy that draws creepy pictures.
Yes. I would just leave it at that.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaving it there.
If you like mystery or like, I would say it's a little bit thrillery. There's some good like action scenes happening in this one.
Yeah.
Paranormal. There's no romance.
No.
So for all the people who are like, you guys only read romance, and no, we
Yeah,
don't.
there's no smut in this.
There's none. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
And I still read it in a day.
Yep.
It was really good.
It was good.
So, yay.
Yep.
Hidden Pictures,
Read it.
Jason Rekulak. And it's written by a guy, which we don't read very many books
It's true.
written by a man.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of men, you know that account we follow, that Jack the Ripper?
Yes.
Did you know he's writing a book? Like he's writing I think it's dark romance, maybe.
What?
Yeah.
A man writing dark romance?
Yeah. I'm like
I will read
a
that.
little hesitant to read it. Not because he's a
me,
man.
I will.
I mean, I'll read it.
Yeah.
But his account is like, I like it,
Uh-huh.
but it's a little over the top. I can't tell if maybe he really does have a body in the basement.
Well, I think that's
So sometimes I'm like, I like this guy, but then I'm like,
is he a
do
murderer?
Are you actually a
Yeah.
murderer?
Are you?
Because people say that in his comments, like, way to go. Like, you're making it seem like you're pretending, but are you pretending?
Right.
Anyways,
Well,
but I'm gonna read it too.
me
I
too.
think he put out, you can pre-order it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But oopsies.
Never fails.
I don't even know who that is. It's nobody. important.
Of course.
Anyway.
Where would you like to go now?
I don't even know. This week has been...
I'm going to let you lead because I'm...
Because you're PMSing.
Mm-hmm.
You got the rage happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming off of...
I feel ugly. I feel murderous. Like,
well, my face is still peeling. So
let's do it.
Peeling. Why can't I say peeling after I say still? What is wrong with me? Stupid brain.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start then.
Okay.
Before you go on a...
Yep. I'm just going to sit here with my mouth shut. I'll only speak when spoken to.
Well, on that note, we had several people say they couldn't stand to watch us because we talk over and interrupt each other. And I was like, scroll.
I want to be like, may I observe you with your best friend of 10 plus years?
Talk?
Because
I commented on one and was like, listen, we are like an old married couple. Like we just banter and yak, and I can't. If you don't like that, it's free to scroll.
Yeah, I said can't help your stupid ears.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, your ears. Sorry,
your brain can't keep up.
Yeah, bye.
Scroll on. There's a whole world of TikTok and YouTube.
Go watch someone talk to themselves in their car.
Yes, the fact that you like stop on our video to be like, I can't follow you guys. Why are you commenting? Why wouldn't you just scroll on?
Stupidity.
I mean, TikTok is wild. I knew it would happen, but honestly, I didn't think it would happen this fast where people were saying ridiculous shit to us.
Well, I think it's when it's a video that gets pushed out there, like one that gets 1 trillion billion views, that people feel the need to
like insert their opinions.
Yeah, which I'm like, whatever. It's social media.
I mean, I know. It's bizarre that people.
I mean, I don't do that, so it is bizarre to me.
I don't either. I comment on videos I like or agree with, like, oh hey, I love this. But if I'm like,
if it annoys the shit out of you, you're just like, ugh.
Yes, but I'm like, and most of it, I mean, I will say most of the people in our comments are like, it is like, yay, yes, we agree with you. It's positive. And then there's the Karens that like come out of the woodwork to tell us what pieces of shit moms we are. Which I'm like,
I don't care.
What? Like, why are we so mom shamey?
I've come to the conclusion that it's women. Women just are shamey.
Yeah.
Shamey. Like,
and I'm like, if you're doing like crack,
I will
I'll shame you.
Yeah.
But other like breastfeeding, bottle feeding, like I'll go down that road in a minute. And I'm like, if we want to shame somebody, can't we collectively shame like the government for the shit that they put moms through and how the system is set up to make all moms fail, basically.
Can we shame the real pieces of shit?
Yeah, I know.
The people that deserve it instead of
each other.
Me over here who's like got my newborn baby in a bedside sleeper.
Me too.
Being
and
like,
then people are
you're putting your child's life at risk.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm not. And I flop a boob over to her anytime she wants.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, not currently. I don't currently have a newborn. You know what I mean?
I don't either. Neither of us currently have
no one's
newborns.
boob is coming out for anything.
No. Well,
mine is not. Especially today.
Anyways, but yes, we got called horrible mothers.
Basically, yeah.
For
horrible people in general.
Yeah, told we have survivor's bias.
For making a video telling other people that you can safely co-sleep. No, you can't. It can't be done.
Oh, and I love all the people in our comments who were like, maybe it's because we're the only country that cares about, babies not dying. And I Googled statistics, okay? Because I was like, I need to combat this argument, but I've got to have statistics to back it.
Yeah.
We have a shit rate for infant mortality. We are like 54th in the whole wide world. And the top countries that have the lowest infant mortality like most of them co-sleep.
Yeah,
but we're the fucking idiots.
Well,
Okay.
they claim those countries sleep on the floor.
Well, I'll sleep on the floor.
Well, I'm just like, our whole point that you're missing here, Karen, is that we like tell us how to safely co-sleep.
I know there were several people
instead of just saying it's not safe, don't do it.
Right.
That's not true.
That isn't true. And I did like all the comments because there were several that were like, most of the accidents come from women trying not to co-sleep. They're unintentionally co-sleeping, but they're getting exhausted and they fall asleep accidentally without being prepared with their baby in their bed. And tragedy strikes. And I'm not taking away from the women who've lost babies.
Can't
like
even,
horrible.
Yeah. Can't even think.
But also, if you had more information and ways to do it safely, I feel like that number would lessen, like the other countries that do co-sleep.
That is correct.
And they
it would.
have low infant mortality rates. And it's not just co-sleeping why they have those mortality rates, but
yes,
that is part of it. Anywho, my train of thought went, but I was gonna say, the one man who commented. First of all, if another person said it's not good for the marriage bed, I can puke. Listen, after I had a baby, that was not happening.
Yeah.
No.
It's no longer a marriage bed.
It's
I have just birthed a human out of my body. Blood is everywhere.
Yeah, I don't
Fluids, milk, vomit,
fluids,
baby poop.
Everything is
like
wet.
What?
Yeah, no, I ain't thinking about that. Kudos to you if you could, but
congratulations.
But also, like, if you're, and I'm not knocking these women. If you can do it, it's fine. But like 6 weeks postpartum, when they're like, okay, you're fine, I was not fine. I didn't want to be touched. I hadn't slept. You're right. There's liquid still coming out of every orifice of my body. No, thank you.
No.
So, but that guy said the audacity of people blaming co-sleeping on like
their
divorce.
Failed marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
Correctamundo.
Agreed.
Like, if your husband can't support you in like that journey, like your marriage is probably gonna fail anyways.
Yeah, because he's a douchebag.
Yeah. Anyways, I was gonna rant about mom shaming. Have you seen the amount of like crazy sauce that happens over stay-at-home moms versus moms who work outside the home?
Yeah. It's wacky.
It's bizarre.
Some people think that stay-at-home moms is not a job.
Yeah.
But like it is. But then there's also the people that work, like the women that do have a job and then go home exhausted to their kids, and then then they're like, well, you've been away from your kids all day, like you should be, which yes, happy to be home, happy to be with your kids, but but
also you're exhausted.
And they both are, and there's like, plus and minuses, but they both are.
Like being a mom is just a struggle and hard in general, whether you stay like, and if you held a gun to my head and were like, pick a side, I wouldn't. But stay-at-home moms, I don't know if people know this, we say it sometimes, but like we're self-employed, we do hair, so I feel like we have the best of both worlds. Like we both really work part-time right now while there's kids at home, and I know not every mom has that option.
Correct.
But we do,
especially in this country.
Yes, which is a whole other rant. But like us, like at Christmas time when the kids are out of school, we both take like the full 2 weeks break, and I'm telling you, by the end of the 2 weeks, like my nerves are shot, and I'm like,
Yeah, so imagine that being your everyday
single
life,
day. Like
for years.
Stay-at-home moms, it's a rough gig.
Yeah,
and it is bizarre to me that I don't even like the term working moms. Like moms
they're
who
all
work
working
outside the home. Are like, you guys have it so easy. You guys, it's just like, like are you parenting at all?
Yeah.
Like
Like,
No.
do you have kids?
Do you have a child? Well, it's
Yeah.
probably people who don't have kids, or it's men who are like stay-at-home moms. Just it's like a big break. They're
Yeah,
just on
like you don't even go to
vacation.
work.
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do
Yeah.
to contribute?
Seriously.
Literally everything.
Yes, run the
Everything.
household.
Do you know, we've both said this, how, like, I would love to just get up, get my own body ready for my work day,
You
and
mean-
just,
You mean be a man?
yeah, be a dad, trot along, driving myself with whatever music I want.
Yes.
Alone.
Whatever volume.
Yeah, just go to my job all day. I don't think about like
It-
who's gonna pick the kids up. What if they puke at school?
Yeah, it is the most annoying to me. So I've got a 4-year-old, almost 5. It is the
Yes.
most annoying thing to run errands because
Yeah.
it's in and out of the car seat 52 billion times,
I
and they're
know.
slow as a snail.
They are slow. They want to buy everything. They won't let me listen to what I want to listen to. Which I like Taylor Swift, but like I don't always want to listen to fucking Taylor Swift or Coco Melon or Disney songs. Sometimes I just want to listen to
90s
Post
rap.
Malone or something.
I mean, I do.
I do too sometimes,
Yeah,
but
I'm just
then
like
I have a 3
driver
almost
picks the
4-year.
music. Passenger shuts his cake hole.
It's true. That should be a board.
Yeah.
I mean, I do too sometimes. And there are songs that both my kids like that I listen to. But there are
Same.
days where Crosby gets in the car and immediately is like, put that song on. And I'm like, we've listened to that song 49 times today.
Yeah, I feel like we're different moms though, because you will. I don't.
You're
I'm
a
like,
bad mom.
I am.
I'm going to shame you for being a piece of crap.
I don't care.
JK.
That's what I'm like. No.
I mean, I don't all the time.
No,
Some
I'm
days
not.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And I turn it up
And
while
sometimes I
Crosby's
do.
like, Mom! And I'm like, I'm going to drown out the screams with my song. Thank you.
Sometimes I do put on what she wants, and
I know.
I if I'm in the mood. But
There are some days I'm not in the mood
yeah,
either. and I'm
Greer
like,
either
no,
wants. She says big butts or Thunder Rolls.
I do like that
But then
song.
sometimes it's Trolls or Elsa, and I'm like,
I
no.
mean, there are some days
I just
where
lie, and I'm like, I it's not on.
that
I can't
song's
find it.
broken. That
Yeah.
radio station's broken. Yeah, you know Crosby. She went through like the Frozen phase to the point where I was like, I am going to gouge my eyes out and my
ears.
eardrums if I have to listen or watch anything Frozen related again. So yeah,
They
been
all
there.
have that stage. I've had it twice.
I know. Well, I had a boy. He didn't go through a Frozen stage. He went through a Naruto
I was gonna
stage.
say, I remember him
which
being like
is-
Naruto,
Which
I'm
is
like, "Ugh,
maybe he is currently.
I'd rather watch Frozen
he's-
on repeat.
Yes, he's 10, almost 11. He's definitely like he's into video games, so he watches other people play video games on YouTube, which is really weird. But
That's a
he's
thing.
currently watching The Last Airbender. It's a cartoon,
Yes.
but it's still like anime,
Yeah,
which
the
I
arrow
don't-
isn't that the Arrowhead kid?
I don't know. I try
Isn't
not
it
to.
Avatar,
It's
the
little
last
ball-
Airbender?
Yeah,
and he's got like an arrow on his.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't pay attention, but yes, he definitely went through like a
No, thank you.
Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto,
No.
The Last Air, any of anime stuff, and
No, thank you.
I'll take Frozen any
Me
day.
too.
Trolls,
Anything.
Moana,
Anything.
me all.
Sesame Street. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just don't make me do any kind of
No.
anime.
me either. I hate it.
And I mean that.
Respectfully,
Yeah.
I'm just not into it either.
No.
I think it was a little. I don't actually know, but like when I was a kid, I don't know anybody that watched anime. Like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z came out when we were
I don't
older.
I don't know when anime
here.
became a
I don't know.
thing,
It wasn't
more
my
popular thing here.
I know there are people who love it, and that's fine. It's
Yeah,
not
me
my
either.
cup of tea.
No.
But Carter loves it,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to endure sometimes. But
What else?
anyways,
Where else we going today?
I don't know.
Where do we want to go?
To the moon.
I only have anger places to go.
I know you do.
A whole list of them.
Well, spit them out, friend.
They're random.
Okay, I like random. You did tell me because we talked about, we talked about not boxing ourselves into mom
Yeah,
content. 'Cause that was never intentional. It just happened to roll
It's
that
like
way.
being hair. I don't want to be boxed into any of those.
Either.
Like,
I don't really want to be like, oh, they're mom talkers. No, I don't either. But that did seem to be what content kind of took off for a minute. But we did talk about like not.
And
it's hard not to,
I
because
still
that's our
have a
whole
whole
life
list of
of insults for people.
basically.
But last night I was like, we both were like, we need to like go away from some of the mom stuff for a minute. And you were like, I got ideas, but maybe you should go in blind. So give them to me. Let's argue. People seem to like it when we argue. We don't argue.
We both drive Jeeps.
Mm-hmm.
But mine's a Grand Cherokee.
Mine's a Wrangler.
I don't know why, but when I'm driving down the road and I see a Jeep coming and it's lined with fucking rubber ducks, it makes me want to...
Mine is lined with rubber ducks.
I know.
That's because your Jeep sucks and Wrangler, the Jeeps are better, and they do the duck Jeep thing.
Well, yeah, it's stupid.
Why?
I don't know. It just annoys me.
I love it when people leave ducks on my Jeep.
Yeah, I'd chuck that thing across the parking lot. Like
Well, you're hateful.
Well, I've never denied that.
I like my ducks. I got an Elsa duck. I got that somebody left.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
Every day I see them.
Well, sorry, my ducks make you rage. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's what it does.
I will say, like, the whole... Which I've wanted a Jeep since I was in high school because, well, Ashley Pettit had a Jeep. And when Chelsea was 14, she was living in Mexico, but she would come back here for the summers. But she had like a Mexico driver's license because it's like it wasn't illegal to drive at that age. We would drive Ashley's Jeep, and both of us were like, "Ugh, can't wait till I get my own Jeep." And so I've always wanted a Jeep, and so I got one a couple years ago.
Well, it's strange though because I have seen
Jeeps are like a cult.
It is.
It's weird.
But only Wranglers. It's only a Wrangler
the
cult.
regular Jeep. So they're not all Wranglers. They're
but like the
ones that look like a traditional Jeep.
Yeah. But I have seen only a couple times, but someone on like my Facebook will be like, I got my first duck today, and I'll see their picture and I can tell it's not a traditional one.
Oh,
yeah.
That's weird.
Only like twice I've seen that. But I'm like,
yeah, usually it's traditional.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. Okay, so in my defense, I did not know the whole duck Jeep thing was a thing. And me and Carter were in Springfield.
You were getting like tagged
I did. I
for
thought we
some,
were like getting sex trafficked. Me and Carter
they use these ducks.
I was like, why is there a duck on my Jeep? I had to Google it in the Target parking lot because I was like, and I can remember being like, Carter, do not move from this spot
don't
until
touch that duck. It might have fentanyl on it.
Yes, I was like, I didn't know it was a thing. I had no idea because I just got my Jeep.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then I Googled and I was like, oh. We're not getting trafficked.
No.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I was about to be those people on Facebook.
Yeah,
like,
I
just had the most traumatic experience with my kid at Target.
Yeah.
I didn't.
We got followed, and then we came out, and
Somebody
there was
put
a
a
weird
duck on
little
my-
duck on our Jeep, on our car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Just kidding.
It just bugs me.
I love it.
It shouldn't. I'm aware. It should
it
not bug
shouldn't.
me, but it does.
I am not on your side.
I
I
know. I know.
I like to leave them too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would if I had a toy box full of fucking rubber ducks in my car at all times. I'd be leaving them. I'd try to get rid of them.
Not me. Although I will say Crosby steals them. If she is with me, I don't have them. Like she stole the Elsa duck. But
as she should.
One lady gave me one of those. You like hit it and it's got the light up ball, but it's like fuzzy. It's not fuzzy, but it's like rubber pokes.
Oh
you
yeah.
know what I'm talking about? And I was like, I like this one. Crosby stole it. So
Figures.
Dumb. I'll go because we're talking about cars. There is this whole thing now on TikTok of like moms who drive white SUVs versus like moms who drive black SUVs.
What?
I don't know. It's weird. I haven't delved into it, but it's just bizarre. Like Moms who drive white SUVs are like which I'm like, I have a Stanley Cup too, and I definitely don't drive a white SUV, but they're like the put together, like
Okay. And then the black
crunchy
SUVs are the
like
trash rats.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I can
mean,
see
I
that.
can see it, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But then I've seen a whole bunch of moms who are like, I'm being a trash rat in my white SUV. You guys are stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So what color is your Jeep?
It's weird.
Bluey.
It's like a
gray blue.
It looks black sometimes,
Yeah.
but it's like gray, blue. Like, I don't really know. Honest to God,
Jeep is gray.
Speaking of, every time I do a Walmart pickup, you get there and
You
you
have to
say
pick
what
the color.
Yeah, and I'm always like,
color
I
do
don't
I
know. I
pick?
think it changes all the time.
Yeah.
So if I pick it up in the dark, I put that my car is black. But then if I
Yes,
pick it up
yes.
during the day, I'm like, is it blue? Is it gray? Is the sun hitting me from this angle? Okay, blue.
I know.
It's stupid.
Yours is a weird color.
To
but
be
I
fair,
think it's like
I think
really dark
Ramsey,
blue.
when he went to go buy it, he thought it was black.
Yeah. It is like a dark, like a midnighty blue.
Yeah, it's an odd color.
It is an odd color. What else you got?
Paper straws.
I'm with you, friend.
I will choke a sea turtle with my bare hands.
I hate them. Who?
Hippies.
No.
I
don't know.
A man.
Maybe.
It was a man.
Okay.
Men don't care about sea turtles.
No. But you know what's weird? Is like you poke the paper straw into the plastic lid of the cup.
Yeah, but the plastic lid is not getting directly in the sea turtle's nose hole.
I don't have anything nice
I know
to
they
say
have
about
found
the
a
sea
happy
turtles.
medium.
I love sea turtles. I do.
I'm like, can you not?
Don't swim into a straw.
Swim the other way.
Really, you just need to who are the assholes dumping straws into the ocean? How do they get there? Who's doing that?
Just the trash, just the
Why?
overall trash all over the
why?
place. I don't know, but I'm like, it used to be the plastic rings around the soda, and they were choking all the fish to death, and now they make them like perforated or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now it's the fucking straws with the sea turtles.
Okay, I do know that, but have you noticed, speaking of weird straws, Starbucks straws are a very odd material.
Okay.
They're not paper,
Correct.
but they're not plastic.
That is the new.
The hell are they?
That is the new thing, and that's what I'm like.
I'm okay with
everyone,
those.
me too.
Everybody
I'm like,
wins.
everybody needs to get on board. How?
Yeah.
They don't jam in a sea turtle's nose? I don't know.
Maybe they
because
disintegrate
that's what I'm like. Maybe
after.
they are falling apart.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
If you give me a paper straw,
I'll stab you with it, even though it'll bend.
Yeah, and disintegrate in your blood.
Yes.
But yeah, I will not.
literally-
I will not use it.
I can literally taste it in my mouth. Right, it's the equivalent of licking a popsicle stick. I can't do it.
I do. I remember in kindergarten on like
I have to take
Fridays,
a drink now.
they'd bring us those ice cream cups.
With the wooden spoon. It gives me like
I
literal
know,
goosebumps.
it's disgusting.
Disgusting.
I know. It makes me want to puke.
The licking of a popsicle stick is my nails on a
Same.
God, I can't
Greer
even think about
just
it.
had one of the what are those egg things called?
Kinder eggs.
Yeah, they used to have a plastic spoon in them.
Now they have paper, cardboardy paper. Mm-hmm.
Puke.
It's the
Every
same.
single time she's like, why did they change the spoon? Every time. And I'm
because they're being, they're worried about the planet.
yeah.
I get it.
Thank
but
you.
also,
Thank you for worrying about the
Yeah.
planet, but find a better alternative because
Yes,
paper's not an
sick.
option. It's gross.
When I think about popsicle
Mhm.
sticks,
It like locks
it's-
your jaw.
yeah,
and-
or gives me the same like when you eat sour candy.
Mhm, yeah. I know. I feel
It's
the
real
same
gross.
way.
I can't.
It's-
it makes me want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I told
Like
you
I
they were
have-
random,
That's okay.
but
Randoms are the best.
it's things that I think about a lot and they
I
bother
know.
me.
They bother me too.
You know what else bothers me?
Everything.
I mean, lots. Yes, correct.
What?
But I don't know. I feel like I don't know if we're approaching that time of year or not, but the fucking circus.
Oh,
I
Do
am
you-
not okay with
I
the
am
circus.
not either. Do you remember the one time we took Allie and Carter was like a baby?
Yeah, I'd
like
not
he was
been
like
since
one.
I was like a little kid, and they come around.
Me either.
And like, okay, so we go to the circus, and the whole
Uh-huh.
time I'm like,
I'm uncomfortable.
I feel not
Yeah.
good here.
Yes,
Like this
I
is
know. Like the animals make me
Yeah,
sad.
very.
They beat those animals.
yeah.
It's like super sketch as they travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
am not
why do you
okay.
have that tiger? Why do you have that elephant?
Yeah.
Where are its
And
tusks?
not to mention, it's $1 million. Like you get the free, like I don't
one
know
kid
if
gets in free,
everybody
maybe.
does this, but like in Lebanon, there's stacks of like get into the circus for free.
Yeah.
But then you get in and they're like, it'll be $38 if you'd like to ride this elephant one lap around.
No.
And I'm like,
No, because I've
what?
seen when those elephants are like, I'm done giving these kids a ride and I'm done getting poked with that stick and I'm going to go on a rampage.
I also have an irrational fear of any animal show like that, of the animals like going rogue.
Yeah.
Because I've seen too many videos.
You know, they come
Scares me.
around. We have a downtown business. And so whoever, circus people, I don't know. They come and bring you a stack of free tickets.
Yeah.
Like a kid's ticket and then a flyer. And I'm like, thanks. And I put
then
them
we throw it
directly
in
in
the
the trash.
Yeah.
Like more of those motorcycles in that ball and more of the acrobat stuff. Like I love that. I don't want to see that little monkey in a dog suit. No. Or that elephant or that tiger getting
really
poked.
sad.
Like I'm here for when that tiger decides to bite your fucking head off because but then the tiger would get put down and it would be sad.
Yeah, isn't that insane? Like we punish animals for being animals. Like you take them out of their environment, you're teaching them to do things they were never meant to do.
You're making them.
Yeah, and then they lose it one day because they're fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
And then you put the animal down.
Yeah.
What world does that make sense in?
Oh, this one.
I don't like it.
I don't either, but it bugs me.
Speaking of, I was talking to one of my clients the other day. I was talking about our Florida trip, and SeaWorld was mentioned.
Yes.
And I was like,
Blackfish.
We both watched Blackfish.
Scarred for life.
Yes. I was like, I don't think I can go. I can't go to SeaWorld. We talked about it last year, and both of us were like,
I mean, I want to.
I want
because
to, too.
It's like I want to
like
see
an
that
amusement-y
stuff.
park,
Yeah,
and
and like I want to see the fish and the penguins and the dolphins and the giant cool ass whales. But then when you're like, they're in a bathtub and they're beating the shit out of each other.
They yanked them from their mom
Yeah,
out of the
if you haven't watched Blackfish,
it's
old.
Blackfish.
I mean, not
it
old, but like
several years old. It
like,
was probably like 2010-ish when I first watched it.
No, it was no. Let's look.
Okay,
I'll look it up. It's old. I mean, it's newer than that, but
I thought it was not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'll tell you. Oops, I'm dumb.
You tell me.
I'm gonna. Your guess is 2010. My guess is like 2013.
Okay, well, it's not that far apart from my
It's
guess.
not. I'm just saying it wasn't 2010. I don't think.
I'm going to laugh at you if it was.
It's 2013.
Oh, fart. That was the year Carter was born.
Yeah.
Well, still,
there were events in my life that make me realize.
Remember?
Yeah.
That
That's
was
why.
still 11 years. I mean, it's still older. It's not like a new documentary.
It's not like from a couple years ago.
No.
But yeah, it was. I think it's still on Netflix.
I think
maybe,
it's still on
it
Netflix
was
too.
like
I've actually watched it a couple times. Why? I don't know. Because I need that. I need it to remind me why I don't want to go to those places.
Awful.
It is really bad.
Yeah. So anything like that. I know a lot of circuses are now going like they're getting. And the same SeaWorld was like, we're gonna get rid of our whales. When?
Yeah.
Because that came out in 2013 and you still got some whales. Do I want them euthanized? No. But like,
could they not be set back out?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Well, you know, like, I don't know about that part. I think they'd survive just fine. But whales are pods, like,
right.
And so if they don't have a pod,
they're just alone.
They're gonna get like murdered.
There's two whales, and one of them in the wild. And I'm not positive if they were once in captivity and they set them free together. Because one of them has the humped fin, which is not something that happens in the wild, only with whales in captivity.
Learn that in Free Willy.
No. love that movie.
I do too. I still
but
will watch
they
the
are
shit out of that movie.
Me too.
Is that any different than going to SeaWorld?
I mean, yes, it's a movie.
Okay, but still
And they set the
used
whale
a
free.
whale.
Free Willy.
Yeah, but not in real life.
It's a movie.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right. This is fine.
I don't know.
Everything's fine.
That pair of whales, though, they're the whales that kill all the great white sharks.
Oh,
like,
shit.
they're like rogue killer whales together. I forgot what they're called. I'll have to look them up. But they're the ones that they have footage of them, like, murdering great whites. And I think they're the whales who, like, they eat the liver out of the great white shark.
Yes.
And they were like,
I did know that.
Like, precise how they rip
it's like
the
a surgeon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Creepy. I mean, it's kind of cool.
It is.
But it's also
it's
creepy. It is interesting.
Is what you mean.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to look that up.
The two whales?
Yeah.
I want to say one is like Starboard. Am I right?
Has a companion named Port.
Yes, them.
They're two male orcas.
Two male. And
This is what I mean when we're like the basement
we're the
yard.
Basement yard.
I'm like,
looking
let
up
me
killer
just
whales.
How do you look at your your search history?
You just click on the search bar, I think, and go.
I'm on
I don't
it.
know.
Oops, where did it go?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I've looked up all kinds of weird shit.
I know.
Yeah,
We should do a whole episode of like
what's on your
read
search
off
history.
your Google search history.
Yes.
People would never talk to us or listen to us again.
They're named after the directions each of their dorsal fins bend.
Yes. Okay. I knew they had. I didn't know both of them had.
But why are they
fins.
like that? So they were captured and then they set them free?
I think they were once. In captivity, and then they were. But that could be incorrect.
The livers are highly nutritious.
I know, that's why they do it. But it's weird that they know that and they know how to get it out of a great white shark.
Because they're they're like
top of the food chain.
Not only that, but it's because they're like, I think they're smarter than, like they're the
smarter than a dolphin.
Smarter than a human, a dolphin. They're like
maybe
top thing.
Maybe.
I'm gonna have to read about this because I'm intrigued. I want to know where they came from.
Like documentaries on it. They might be on YouTube possibly, but I thought one was on during Shark Week one year.
I love Shark Week.
I love Shark Week
my
too.
Favorite.
It never gets old.
My favorite time of year because it's summer.
Yeah,
it's Shark Week. Yeah. It's just.
Last year we just got back from the ocean, and
do not want to watch Shark Week before we go on our trip.
I want to watch. One year, me and Cole went to Destin on Shark Week, and I was like, "This is awesome." Do you know what I noticed watching our videos back though? And it's funny because this has nothing to do with literally anything we're talking about.
I can't stop reading about the sharks and the whales.
If you ever wanted to know, like, OCD versus ADHD. I never stop moving, and I did not notice.
I know, but
I don't notice I do that until I watch.
Mine
and I'm like, people
is
probably think I'm a crackhead.
I am so OCD that I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, the camera's right there, sit still. Like people are gonna think something's wrong with you, and you're just over there like.
Something is wrong with me. I have ADHD. I can't.
I have OCD, so I'm like.
I know. I noticed
move,
that.
Don't
like,
blink. Don't breathe. Don't pick your nose.
After every episode, I'm like, try not to fucking move so much and look like a psycho, but I can't help it.
Yeah, well.
Unless I'm cold. I've noticed the episodes I'm cold, I do sit like this and I don't move.
I know.
But other than that, I'm like constantly like, I'm moving my hands. I'm moving my feet. I'm playing with my hair. I'm wiping my face. Yeah. What is wrong with me?
I can't answer other than this is like, it ain't just our hair that's yin and yang. It's our entire being.
Every part about us. What else you got? My mouth is dry. I gotta take a drink.
Circus is a no.
No to the circus. No
paper straws.
To SeaWorld. Paper straws suck. You know what else sucks?
What?
Those cartons of water.
Ew.
They look like a milk carton. I can't.
No.
They don't even. It's got a taste. I don't care what anybody says. It's got a taste. But something about the feel of it in my hand feels wrong. My brain associates it with milk.
Yes.
And then I drink it, and it's water. And something doesn't like compute inside, and then I can't drink it.
I don't like it either.
The first time I got one was in Washington. Well, we were in the San Juan Islands off of Washington. And I got a bottle of water, and they handed me that, and I was like,
a box of water.
Yeah.
And you're like, no,
Like, what
thank
is
you. I'll
this?
just die.
yeah. I was like, actually, can I have a Diet Coke? Which they also handed to me in a plastic bottle. That doesn't make any sense.
It also makes me mad when we go to concerts and I get a bottle of water and they take my fucking lid.
Why?
Good question.
I've never had that happen to me.
Never? I haven't been to a lot of concerts. I've been to like 5 maybe.
I mean, I've not been to a whole lot.
Never do I ever get to keep my lid. And I'm like, you've got all these booze hounds out here spilling beer all over the place and I can't have my lid? Why?
I've never had that happen. Where at?
I'd have to ask Ramsey. It's happened like every concert.
Like, so you won't litter the lid? So it's not a choking
so I
hazard?
don't litter the lid? Are you afraid I'm gonna fling it on stage and put someone's eye out? Like,
I don't know.
Give me my lid.
Literally, I've never had that happen.
I'll tell
I
you.
didn't know that was a thing.
It is.
Well, that's weird.
I also have.
You know what I do love though?
They take off the lid so they know that you purchased the item at the arena. If they see someone walking around with the drink that has its lid on, they know you didn't buy it there. I'm gonna start taking a lid in my pocket and getting my water, because like I don't want it just open, like just.
No.
Where do I set it?
I would knock it over and spill
I know.
it immediately. I've never had that happen though. That's weird.
I have. It's annoying.
We have a couple concerts coming up.
We do. Again, me being a not concert person, like I have a concert.
You have
and then a week later I have another concert, and I've already debated like, is that too many concerts for me? Because I don't like people, and I don't like.
Well, one we're going to be at together.
Yes.
I know you're going to poo-poo all over this, but we're going to see Morgan Wallen.
You're right. If he's not in prison for being a douchebag.
If he's not arrested and put away, me and Cole are going. But then we're going to see the Beach Boys.
Yes.
I heard something behind me.
So in June, I got tickets for Christmas for Red Hot Chili Peppers. And like, I've been drugged to Garth Brooks 3 times, which don't get me wrong. I do like Garth Brooks because I despise country.
I know you do.
Like,
bleh.
But I love me some 90s country.
I love 90s country also.
I will jam out to that just like I do all my, like it's on my list of favorites.
Yes.
So I'm not a concert person, but my all-time favorite band of all time ever is Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I will be seeing them for the 3rd time.
I was gonna say you've seen them
in July, and then 1 week later, earlier, because my Red Hot Chili Peppers is July 30th, so it has to be.
I think ours is June. No, July
something. We're going to see the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Which I'm super excited.
Which will be my second time seeing
It'll be my
them,
first.
Which is so funny because...
But like, when you say Beach Boys, I'm instantly
transported to Jessie.
Yes, and Jessie and the Rippers and Full House. And that is like my fucking glory days.
I know.
I grew up on Full House. I love Full House.
Even before I was watching Full House, my grandparents listened to the Beach Boys. And that's what they were the grandparents. Like, we were forced to listen to their music. They were you.
Did you like it then?
Yes.
Okay.
I always when I was little, and Chelsea would ride with us too, and my grandpa had like, I don't know what it was. It was like a whole set of like 50s and 60s, like, you know, like now, like.
Yes. Okay.
But it was 50s and 60s. Yeah. But that's what we listened to. So Yeah, I loved all of that music.
I love the Beach Boys.
I still love all of. I love 50s and like 60s.
And you know, we
music.
debated on going to see the Beach Boys, but it was wintertime.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I wanted to go really bad.
I know,
But
it'll
no.
be awesome.
I know.
And
It's
we both have
outside.
those Beach Boys
I
crop tops that we bought actually last year.
Yes.
Just on a whim.
Yeah, Target came in clutch with some random
Yes, so
Beach
I'm
Boys crop
definitely-
top, and I think we're the only ones that bought them. But
Probably.
I don't
care. I love the Beach
too.
Boys forever.
I'm
and
here
ever.
for it.
Me too.
way
Surfing
down to
USA.
Kokomo. Oh my God.
My eyelashes sticking because
Mine
I'm
too.
laughing and they're fresh or they're good as
I know. This side's
that
fresh.
was funny.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Sorry,
if you don't like
everyone.
us talking over each other,
Yeah.
that's why we do it, because funny shit
Yeah,
happens.
and you think you can't hear us. Like, we can hear each other just fine. So
Yes.
figure it out. This ear is Courtney and this ear is Crystal. It's not that hard.
Don't be dumb.
Oh,
Jesus.
my God. Okay.
Anywho, was that all your
Anyways.
list today?
No, I still got a
Oh,
list.
frick.
I told you. I
Okay.
got PMS. So, like, all these
Everything
stupid things are
pisses
getting
you
on my
off.
nerves. This is not one that gets on my nerves. Okay, so I was watching The Basement Yard yesterday, and they brought up something.
If we haven't said it enough, we love the basement
We do.
yard. I want to just be the basement
Yeah.
yard.
Okay, wait, though.
What?
If we were the basement yard, I already know the answer. Which one are you and which one am I?
Would you be Joey?
Is he the one on the left?
He's the
Like, he's the one that drives there.
yeah. What's the other one's name?
I know.
I
I'm
feel
not good with
disappointed in
names.
ourselves that we don't. I think Joey's the one that's not married and like
I'll tell you.
I don't know though.
Joe and
Frankie.
Frankie.
I am Frankie.
Is this one Frankie?
No, that's Joey.
Oh, no.
Am I Joey?
You are Joey. You are definitely Joey.
Okay. You may be right. That's probably accurate because Frankie's more like, no offense, he just
You trying to
seems
say
more
he's
put
smarter?
together
Oh.
and mature. Joey is kind of, he is me. Like, I don't know.
See, I think the opposite. I think Joey is always like, you're a dumbass.
I think
And-
Frankie says that.
Well, they probably both say it.
Like when the episode where Joey was like, I really want to go in a cranberry bog. And Frankie was like, dude, no, the spiders. And I'm like, oh, yeah, the bog spiders. And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
Okay, so I was
All right,
watching
I'll
it
be Joey.
yesterday.
Anyways,
I'll be
moving
Joey.
on.
Carrier pigeons.
What about carrier pigeons?
Like watching Game of Thrones. Like, what
Oh.
year would you say that's set in? Like
The 1500s?
like something BC or something.
Yeah, like it's medieval.
Yeah.
What year?
In the before time. Long ago in Middle Earth. Like, was that real?
What?
Well,
Carrier pigeons?
yeah. Like, did people they do it in Harry Potter too.
They do it with owls and
Yeah, they strap a raven, a pigeon, a friggin' what are you
Oh.
finding out over there?
I just Googled, according to the timeline of the show,
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones begins 298 AC.
Okay, so not what did you say
I said like
first?
1500s. Is that
You
wrong?
were a little bit off.
What happened in the 1500s?
I don't know. Anyways, like, was that a real thing? Did they really use birds to send messages?
I don't know. Let me Google.
That's what I really
Queen
want to know.
Elizabeth was in the 1500s. I have to look at a picture.
We need to go back to school.
Oh, yeah, I'm way
Was
the
that
F off.
Was
It's
the
like
1500s
this.
like the white wigs and the powder faces and
Sure.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, it's like,
When was the Renaissance period?
dude, I don't know. Don't give me a history quiz because I'll friggin' fail that so fast.
Anyways, did they really
where-
use birds to send mail?
Carrier. Cartier? No.
I want to know.
Carrier. God, mother trucking balls.
Hmm.
How do you spell carrier? Carrier. Okay.
Call your dad and ask him.
He wouldn't know. Are carrier pigeons
He'd be like
real?
CARER, I think. Are they? Are they? What?
They are.
Yeah, I know. Like
Okay,
that didn't
pause.
just someone didn't just make that theory up.
It says they have a unique homing ability, so they'll always fly home. During both the First and Second World Wars, carrier pigeons were used to transport messages back to their home coop behind the lines.
Okay, because that was my question. Like, how do they train these birds?
They don't. So you'd have to use a pigeon that
You'd have to take
in your
pigeons from their home to somewhere else.
Yeah, but how do yeah?
And then tie the little message to them. But then, like, who's getting that pigeon? How does that
do you
pigeon know
know?
where to go when it gets home?
I don't know.
Is there just like a pigeon watch?
Maybe they have two homes. I don't know.
Okay.
I wasn't a carrier pigeon. I don't.
Well,
That
I'm
is
just
weird,
like,
though. I didn't know
yeah.
that was a real thing. I thought it was just fake.
No, I didn't. I
Thought it was just
wondered because then in Harry Potter they use owls and in
But yeah, how do they know where to carry a message to? Like, I get it if you have a pigeon and you give it, maybe they took them with them.
That's what I'm saying. Like they gather these pigeons from home and they take them to the other side of the enemy lines.
When
and
they
then
need a message sent,
they
they
release
send
it.
it back. Oh, that makes sense.
But like at home, how do they pigeon? Hello, like who's receiving the pigeon? How do they?
I mean, I'm sure it carries whatever, like in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
where
but
they
like
have
where
the
is
owlry.
home? Like
Wherever they took them from.
A city?
nest.
Like is it just a nest?
You are Joey.
I told you. It makes no sense to me.
Like
I get it.
Pigeons,
I get it.
They have a home. All birds have a home, a nest.
Yeah.
The nest is the home.
Yes.
You take it from its nest,
but like,
and then you release
so
it.
Is it like Harry Potter where they have the tower full of pigeons
an
that are like
owlery.
born there?
Probably.
Okay. That
I
makes more
guess.
sense to me than just
I
like
don't know
gathering a pigeon from a city and being like, it'll fly back to the city. Yes, but
It'll fly back to its nest.
okay, fine. But then I want an owl like in Harry Potter that I can be
too.
like, take this message to Sirius Black.
We actually watched Harry Potter yesterday and this morning. Crosby requested Harry Potter. You know it's going to be a good day when Crosby's like, I want to watch Harry Potter.
Yes.
And not, I want to watch, I don't know, Tangled.
Ugh.
I hate that movie, by the way. I've watched
I've
it so
never
many
sat
times.
through it
I don't
beginning
love
to
it.
end.
It's not up there. But anywho.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really wanted to know about carrier pigeons because they brought it up and I was like, I had squirrel brain and was like, wait.
Yeah.
It was also the episode where they brought up Alpha Dom.
Speaking of anger.
Yeah. He's disgusting. Okay, so who are we talking about?
I don't know his real name.
Alpha Dom.
Alpha Dom on TikTok.
Yeah, he is.
And listen, I don't like to go after like individual people. I'll go after a group like of dumb people that I disagree with if they're doing something real dumb. But like individual people, unless you're like Jacqueline and Ren, I'll smash that mom like on here. Like I will verbally abuse her.
Mm-hmm.
He is maybe
I'd
up there.
physically abuse her if she was in front of me, to be honest.
Me too. So the Alpha Dom guy,
he's all over TikTok.
He is all over TikTok. And I don't feel sorry for people who get dragged on TikTok that literally you have to know in your brain, putting yourself out there, spewing the garbage you're spewing, you're going to get drug.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to piss people off. So basically,
I almost feel like that's maybe what he's doing.
Maybe it is. Maybe
And
he's
so
all
then
smarter
it's
than
like-
we give him credit for.
So then it's like, you guys are giving him attention by talking about him.
I mean,
but I'm
yeah.
like, well.
So in my opinion, and I'm going to say that because he's been all like, I'm going to sue this person and this person for defamation. I don't really think he is, but I don't want to get. Yeah. He is basically like, hello, I am a predator. And if you'd like to learn how to also become a predator, please buy my e-course for 200 mother trucking dollars. Are you insane?
But he actually says, like, this is how you get women. I have like this many women, and this is how to blah, blah, blah women. And you don't have to take no for an answer from a woman, and blah, blah,
and
blah.
he does the whole, which I'm, okay, if you are two consenting adults, you do whatever you want. But the whole dom sub 50 Shades thing, it's not my cup of tea. But he like teaches men how to be a dom. What are we pausing? Who are we pausing?
You.
What?
The books you
No. Okay.
read.
Wait, if we're going to have this friggin' argument, gotta back.
I'm just needing some clarification.
Okay. It's one thing to read about it in a book. Also, it is fucking weird to me when, like, 50 Shades, like, I don't like that book. Like, he makes her sign a contract and she has to do what he says. I'm not into the dom sub stuff.
Tell me how the books you read are different, because they don't sign a contract and because the guy is hot.
You know.
Busted.
Okay, well, I don't have a good answer and I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All right.
It's different. I don't know how, and I need to have a time to explain it. I like it in a book. I don't want it to happen. If Cole was like, you're my sub, I'd be like, you're dead.
Yes.
You're going to get dead.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right.
Anyways.
Okay, fair.
Also, yes.
But
those
also,
men, I don't care. Call me a whatever. Call me a
hypocrite.
Yeah, but if you look like that man.
That's what I was going to say. I want you to have to think about him every time you read one of your books.
You're going to ruin
I know.
Ew. Ookie.
But I did see
I can
one.
smell him through the phone. You know that guy smells like.
I did see one TikTok that was like, I'm not even going to go after his physical appearance because I think that's weak. And then he went off on all the other things about him that wasn't physical appearance. But he's not a real looker.
No. And I'm not like.
Other than if you like, he looks like he.
You know,
don't have a toothbrush, and he doesn't clip his fingernails because he.
Do you know why though?
Yeah,
I can't.
I did find his video today. He uses his, or he claims. I think he's full of shit.
I think he's a liar about all of it.
He claims to use the fingernails. I'm uncomfortable with this conversation.
You might as well just get a steady stream of antibiotics for your fingernail infection vagina. Gag a maggot. What is wrong with him?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, but that's what he said in the video. Like he uses
fingernails. Stop it
as a form of pleasure.
Don't say it.
It did. Oof. Sorry. I am
that would
sorry.
hurt. That would hurt.
Here's
Those
what
areas are sensitive.
Yeah. Here's what I think is alarming and concerning about this guy is
all of him.
But the real scary part, because we're sitting here and we're like, there's no way, no woman in their right mind, absolutely not.
But there are.
But he's making money. I mean, maybe a little, I don't know. Like I think I saw he doesn't have the TikTok numbers to be making money off of TikTok yet.
I don't know. I would have to
But then I don't know if people are actually buying into his BS. But if
he says they are,
well,
I know some people have bought it and then made a TikTok to be like, I did this and this is how stupid and insane it is.
So if he is actually purchasing women, like from another country because he claims to be doing.
Well, I don't know if he claims to be doing. I don't know if he claims to be purchasing them. I just know someone made a TikTok and it said like, it's easy. I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
It's easier to basically lure those women, foreign women, over
than it is
have
for him to lure a woman off a sidewalk here, I guess. But
because American women are crazy, even though we're not. We're just
Either
not going to
way,
deal
like
with your
that's
BS.
what's disturbing.
It
Is that
is. I mean, it's
if he
kinda
is
scary.
getting women from here or other countries, any woman he gets is, I'm like, this is
It's bizarre.
scary.
I mean,
Like
in
he's
all like seriousness, like has
he's
anyone
breeding
checked on these women
has
that he
anyone
claims?
checked his home?
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't, and he has said things like the you don't have to take her rejection, and then basically is like you just lure her back to your house.
There was a crash.
It wasn't me. It was your kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
And I'm like,
no.
that is not. That is
Like he's breeding
and the one
rapey culture.
Yes. Yeah, like, and I love that there's a lot of men speaking out
good.
about him, because it is like in this day and age, like where, and especially us, like with girls at home, like teaching them to like say no and mean it, and you do have to accept her rejection. Like, what are you talking about? But the video of the one girl he allows on camera, which
And it looks like to me they're in a hotel room.
and I'm like, she seems uncomfortable. Like maybe it's because she's on camera. Maybe it's because, but she doesn't say much, and it's awkward. And I'm
and I'm like, is this
like,
real?
Is she okay?
Yeah, I'm
is
like,
she actually your cousin, and you've paid her?
Right.
Like, because
You've
like
paid her to act like submissive.
Yeah.
Or are you actually putting hands on this girl?
Or is she terrified of you, and so she's sitting there compliant because you're. I don't know.
I don't either.
But yeah, and it's also like, that guy, like he definitely played D&D. He probably has a lightsaber collection in his home. Like, and I feel like this is his like trying to pretend to be cool. But I'm like, you should start with a toothbrush and haircut and retire that leather jacket you wear. Not to bomb his appearance, but
yeah, well, it's hard not
but
to.
if you're gonna put yourself out there as like man of the world, like
right,
man
of all woman,
extraordinaire, yeah, God's gift to women. Ew.
No.
Also, I'm not saying you have to be a supermodel to get a woman.
Right.
But I'm
There's
like,
someone out there
and
for everyone.
If he was a decent human, like a decent guy, I'm like, but just like, unattractive, conventionally unattractive men who have really good personalities and are funny, you tend to like.
Yes. Yeah. We've had that conversation with like stars. Like,
yes. Like I have an Ed Sheeran thing, and he is not conventionally attractive, but every time I see him, I'm like, I love him. Why? I don't know.
Because he doesn't probably have women trapped in his basement.
Doesn't, and he could serenade me.
Yeah.
And he just seems like a good time. Anyways, Post Malone's another one. Right? Like, there's so many women who are like, Post Malone.
I did see something that was, I barely read it. Like it was clickbaity. But it was, I guess maybe in the new Taylor Swift thing, there was something where it was like Post Malone without his tattoos and then Taylor Swift with them.
I don't know about that, but I saw somebody made a shirt with her face but Post Malone's tattoos.
Yeah, I think they maybe did something. Like I don't know.
In that video?
I don't know if it's the video or if it was something for promotional for them.
Know.
Like I don't know. I haven't gone that far. But it was like Post Malone with no tattoos and Taylor Swift with his face tattoos.
Okay.
And it was like beauty standards, like the difference between men and women, like because it is like there's Jelly Roll and there's Post Malone and then
Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, all
with
these
his dad bod.
Well, but they're face tattoos though. Like all these women, men that are like, oh yeah, I love him. But then if you got a woman out there with all these face tattoos, like
that's a really big rabbit hole of a conversation.
It really is. Like we don't have time for that.
But I agree. There's definitely double standards across the board.
Oh yeah,
which
not just tattoos.
No, but to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of face tattoos on men or women. Like
Yeah.
Jelly Roll and Post Malone, it don't matter because
Yeah.
you guys are stars and you do what you want.
Mhm.
And they like suit them a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, but just the average everyday, which somebody's probably going to blast me for saying this, but I'm like, I'm just not a fan of like face tattoos.
Uh-huh.
But I feel that way about calf tattoos also. And I have tattoos. There's just
There you go.
there's just some spots where people that I don't personally like. And I love tattoos.
Me too.
But I mean,
I don't really
to
care.
each their own.
I'm open to, it depends. I might never know.
I mean, I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying like
for yourself.
for myself.
You wouldn't
like,
do your calf or your face.
Negative.
But everywhere else you're like, meh, I don't care.
Yeah, I probably would never do my neck.
Yeah. I just want to be able to see them. That's my thing.
I want to be able to see them, but I also want to be able to cover them if I need to or feel like it.
Mm.
Which is why I don't feel like I would want that. And I'm a baby. That would hurt like a
You
son
are
of a
a
bitch.
baby. If you can't do the micro needling and the
I
chemical
did the
peel,
microneedling.
but you wanted to stop.
It hurt.
You wanted to tap out.
Yeah, but I don't feel that way about tattoos.
Speaking of tapping out, we're done.
Done?
Yep.
Oh, this was a good one.
We were all over the place.
Yeah, but I feel like we got a lot accomplished.
Well, something for everybody today. Like, follow, subscribe. All the platforms.
All the platforms. All right, next week.
Yep.
See you then.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.